Hello and welcome to Flippin Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. Today I am flipping through Mad Magazine number 221, released March 1981, cover price 75 cents, which is indeed cheap. This cover seemed especially prescient given our current state of Mad Magazine shortage coming. Hoard this issue. And we're kind of living in a Mad Magazine shortage right now. Comes out semi-monthly. That's bad enough. And we don't have 100% new content. So I am kind of hoarding the issues that I have. Waiting for good news. Anyway, I'm kind of in a weird mood. If you don't know, I'm a teacher by trade, and I just found out that I don't get to go back to work next year or this year. I am employed. I just don't get to do my job in a school building. I'm kind of bummed out about that. Anyway, so I was hoping that this would kind of cheer me up, flip through a Mad Magazine, and just get out of my own head a little bit. So this is, I just pulled out my box of issues 200, or like 201 to 300. That's how I have them organized. Maybe I should go through my organization system sometime. Anyway, and I was just flipping through, and this cover jumped out to me. There was another one, the one that I didn't choose. That was actually a Mad. On the inside cover, they did that for a while, where it was the cover we didn't use, and they would get an artist to design a cover. I think it was always a joke. It was never actually in the running for the cover. But oftentimes, and I don't know oftentimes, I remember seeing it on many occasions and thinking, that would have been a better cover. I don't know. Hindsight's 20/20, right? Anyway, one thing that I like about this time period in particular is that they did jokes with the UPC symbol. You can still see it, like people still do this. I feel like it was around the time of the 70s and 80s, like when UPCs came out. Maybe they came out much, much earlier than that. But anyway, it was they would do these jokes. So like this one says, let me zoom in on this so we can read it. Whoop. With the Mad garbage compactor, the stupid, useless UPC symbol becomes this. It was always like, it was always silly, silly things like that. And it, just a fun little gag hidden in the cover. Not like hidden very well, but hidden nonetheless. Like people still do this, like they might do cute designs, but I really like it. So here we have a Mad Super Special ad, Mad Super Special Summer 1981, and it comes with window stickers. I think I might have this one actually with some of these. Though the biggest bummer is that they didn't like stickers, especially like the window stickers that have a transparent plastic that they're printed on. They don't age very well. Like they'll start to yellow, and then the adhesive gets all gummy. So like even if you find these, it's not like the record in the Worst of Mad that I reviewed a while ago. Boop. You can't like still use it or really appreciate it, which is really too bad, because some of these are kind of fun. You put that on your Volkswagen Bug, top secret undercover CIA vehicle. I love that. I just love these. They're kind of silly and fun. The owner of this car is a sex maniac, but then there's like some fine print, but I probably can't find it, or I probably can't zoom in on it. Let's see. The vital features. The Shiner, a Mad movie satire. Okay, this is my 50-50 guess. I'm going to say Mort Drucker, Angelo Torres, well, obviously Don Martin, If Hollywood hype were used in everyday situations, that's not enough to go by. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys are really smart. Mad's new phobias for the 80s. Paul Coker, my man. Al Jaffe, suggestions for Mad image builders. All right. Let's get right into it. Here we have, oh, look at this. Matt Dillon. I don't know why that cracks me up, but Matt Dillon is reading Mad Magazine. Whatever happened to Matt Dillon? Does he still act? I don't know. I bet he does. Let's zoom in on this one right here. Schmuck. Was I ever swindled swapping a copy of my book, Explaining China, for a copy of Mad Magazine? My book makes for intelligent, stimulating reading. As for your magazine, yeah, we'll let them finish the sentence. Steve Allen. He wrote a book about China. I don't know. But there he is. John Ficarra doing the old switcheroo, giving him, that's not a fair trade. And to be honest, not a fair trade at all. I had to hit pause. I got to clear my throat. All right, I'm back. Oh my gosh, look at, this is like the third one in a row. Circulation numbers yet again. I did talk about going over the circulation numbers as a whole because I actually got Doug, he sent me a link, and so maybe I'll do that, and I'll do the Scholastic magazine that I picked up. I'm not sure if you can't tell, I'm a little scatterbrained. I got this Scholastic magazine, so I was thinking of doing maybe that and those the circulation numbers. The Shiner. Did I guess correctly? I think I did. I think I actually did this time. Some wonderful art by Angelo Torres. And so this is wonderful. I mean, I don't know if you've seen this movie. It's good. I don't know. I think that it's one of those movies that it helps if you saw it when it came out. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very creepy. But I don't get, it's not certainly not my favorite Kubrick movie. I don't think it's Stephen King's favorite Kubrick movie either. I heard that he hated it. He hated what Kubrick did, but I appreciate it for what it is. But look at this. Like, look at all of these just like wonderful characters that he's crammed in. There's Igor. Who is this guy? What is this guy from? I don't know. We got Dracula, Bela Lugosi Dracula, the only one that matters, right? Here we have Lex Luthor. It's just wonderful. One thing that I like about Angelo Torres is that, I mean, I guess it probably goes from project to project, but I really appreciate his caricatures seem a lot more subtle. Like Mort Drucker kind of goes a little bit nuts sometimes, but I mean, like this, like these are distorted images of his face, but it's not, I don't know, it's not obscene, you know. I don't know if I'm communicating that all that well. Here we have one of those things that they do so well. Here's Stan Hart, variety for other occupations. So this is plumber's variety. I'm only going to go over probably like the headlines of these, because even though like all of these articles and stuff are usually so good, I have to read them on my own after I film these videos. Otherwise it gets way too long. So anyway, Dicks, Clicks, Hicks, Sticks, Quick Fix, Picks, Union Detectives, Nab Baddies. I don't even know what that means. It's like, was Stan Hart's dad a plumber or something? Toll Collector's Variety. Collector ankles to Miami with mucho dollars. Moving Men Variety. On-time delivery triggers probe. Union spots no in Pensy. Janitor's Variety. 77 strand mop. Asako. They're just using the craziest slang. Don Martin looks at the Hulk. I mean, this is sort of like a Mad look at, right? Except it's just Don Martin. How many of these did he do? This is quite long. This is probably around the time when the show with David Banner. Famously, in the television show The Hulk, The Incredible Hulk, instead of Bruce Banner, it was David Banner. And I think that... I'm not even going to say this out loud. Maybe I will, though. So I heard... I never questioned this. I don't know why. But I remember seeing or reading somewhere that the reason they changed it from Bruce Banner to David Banner is because the producers of the show thought that the name Bruce was too closely associated with homosexuals. And at that time, that was a negative thing for it to be associated with. And so they changed it to David Banner rather than Bruce Banner, as we all know and love him to be named. But it's one of, now that I've said it out loud, I wonder, is that true, or was somebody just making a fool out of me? I don't know. I never know. I never know if somebody's trying to make a fool out of me or just legitimately trying to give me some good information. I'm just going to kind of plug along through here. If Hollywood hype were used for everyday dramatic occasions, and this is the one, artist Jack Rickard and writer Frank Jacobs. So whenever a movie maker wants a film to look more impressive than it really is, he takes out a big, important-looking ad. This is called hype. And the ad usually looks something like this. The Great Disco Space War. Look at that. Look, he's got a spaceship and a synthesizer. Look at these people dancing. Introducing Dwayne Oxblight as the visitor with Herman Herm, Nadia Ohm, J. Stewart Wang, Xerxes Smith, Lord Unky. Look at that. That does look very exciting. Pretty impressive, huh? But it seems a waste that hype like this is reserved only for movies. There's no reason it couldn't serve us all. By George, let's see some examples of what we'd have if Hollywood hype were used for everyday dramatic occasions. Wipeout on Nostrand Avenue. Wait, is this a joke about a mob hit? Don Rico Manicotti, in association with Salvatore Fats Tortoni, presents the Manicotti family production. Introducing for the first and last time Shades Finelli as the Squealer. It's a role. The role is to die for. This is sad. The state of New York, in association with Justice Felix J. Gumwort, bailiff W. Culpepper, presents a divorce court production. Harold Smead, Laura Yergel Smead in The Big Split. Based on a scheme by Laura Yergel Smead, from an idea of her meddling mother, Elvira Yergel, co-starring. A tear-jerking performance by 6-year-old Billy Smead. Oh, poor Billy. That is a little sad. Here we go with some wonderful art by Paul Coker in MAD's new phobias for the 80s. Writer John Ficarra, as pictured earlier. Infernophobia. Fear of being hit from behind while driving a Ford Pinto. The Ford Pinto famously placed its gas tank in such a way that if you were rear-ended, there was a high likelihood of the gas tank being ruptured and then bursting into flames. So, in case you predate that joke. The gacophobia. If you don't know, I'm Going with the ones that I can read quickly. Gacophobia, fear of catching your tie in your food processor. Oh man, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Pheloniophobia, fear of being mugged while walking from your bedroom to your bathroom. Bimbophobia, fear of being booked on a TV show between Cheryl Tiegs and Charo. Cheryl Tiegs and Charo. Betaphobia, fear of misprogramming your video recorder, so instead of getting a tape out of the Super Bowl, you get 4 hours of the first annual telethon to wipe out dental plaque. Why wouldn't they call it VHSophobia? Because Betamax was a competitor, but it lost. The MAD stopwatch. Oh, man. This would be cool. You know, I do have this kind of small collection of watches, and I have this goofy watch. You know, like the classic Mickey Mouse watch, where it's Mickey Mouse's head, and he has the little cartoon arms, and those go around and they tell you what the time is. I have a goofy one, same concept, but it actually runs backwards. So it's 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the hands run backwards. That would be cool to get a watchmaker to like design an Alfred E. Newman watch that runs backwards. That would cost millions of dollars, I think. The MAD stopwatch, 8.3 seconds, is the amount of time between when you first step into the shower till your phone starts to ring. 3 years, 8 months, 9 days is the amount of time it takes a worker to make up the money he lost when he went on strike for more pay. 9 months and 3 days is the time it takes for the foreign car part you need to be shipped. Fiat. You know what Fiat stands for? Fix it again, Tony. Okay, this is written by John Ficarra with artist Bob Clark. I feel like my jokes are get out of here, Dave Berg. Don't even look at me. Get this on my face. I feel like my jokes are making me laugh more than this issue is, which is not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. But here we have a beautiful Spy vs. Spy by Antonio Projas. All right, there he is. Oh, look, he falls right on his ass. But he didn't shoot it, did he? Or he did. But he didn't shoot him. He instead shot the cord. Look at that. What a shot. Okay, and so this guy, he gets a hacksaw and a plunger. Boom, shoots it up. Oh, no. Oh, that's funny. I do like that. You can always rely on Projas. Mixed up junk mail, mailing lists. Don't you just love it? When you run to your mailbox in hopes of finding that somebody sent you $5 for some old debt because you haven't paid your rent and you don't have a dime for food. But the only letter there is a piece of junk mail that starts out, "We know you're the kind of man who appreciates the value of a well-made $300 suit, which is why this offer is being sent to men like you. Well, we wonder what other goofs are being made because of mixed-up junk mail mailing lists." Dear Swing Single. I'm going to zoom in on that. I like that. Here we have artist Harry North Esquire. What? Harry North Esquire? Now, here's something. Esquire implies something. Esquire implies that you're a lawyer. But it turns out you don't have to be a lawyer to use Esquire. It's not like if you introduced yourself as an MD, right? Like people, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to lead people on that you are a medical doctor when you're not. But there is no such requirement for using the suffix Esquire. So I wonder if Harry North is taking advantage of that, or if he is indeed a lawyer who is moonlighting as an illustrator. Dear swinging single, how many nights have you sat around alone, wondering where all the good-looking guys are hanging out? Well, here's your chance to join the After Midnight Swinging Singles Club at our special introductory price and banish loneliness forever. Just fill out the application. Here's the thing, though. She is single. Well, no, I guess she's married to the Lord, right? Isn't that? I guess that's sort of the thing. I don't know. I don't actually know any nuns. Here we have a Jimmy Carter joke. I'm going after this. Let's see what they have to say about the old peanut farmer. Get in here, Jimmy. Dear fellow Americans, tired of being screwed by your government? The people who you helped elect? Well, now you can join thousands of your fellow citizens in an attempt to clean up the mess in Washington and bring honesty and integrity back to James. Old James does not like that. Mad image builders. Oh, I like this. So we have high-class book covers. My Life as a Teenage Sex Maniac by I Am Horny. Oh, gosh. Thank you, Al Jaffe. Carrying highly intellectual books onto buses, trains, and planes will make people admire and respect you. However, such books are almost impossible to read. But these book jackets slip easily over those trashy books you love and understand, and other passengers will look with awe at how absorbed you are in reading such classy literature. VIP business cards. Playboy magazine. I don't know if that has as much clout nowadays as it did in the 70s and 80s. Here we go. Wrong way twist off jar tops. Look at you, look so strong. Look at this giant, this oaf, this buffoon. He relies on his strength rather than his wits. He's not undoing that lid. He's merely tightening it. And then look at you, make him look a fool when you so easily remove the lid. Dumb idiot. Here we go. The mobile car telephone. Here's an easy way to look and feel important. Any old used telephone instrument placed in your car will do the trick. Merely lift receiver and hold important sounding business conversations while people are watching. And if you want to impress them more, a hookup to car cigarette lighter can make phone ring when you touch a secret switch. That's genius. You might look insane if you have a corded phone nowadays. A well-worn safari jacket. This is one of the things that Al Jaffe excels at. I go back a lot of times to his cigarette. I'm not even sure if he came up with, if he was the writer on that one, but alternatives to smoking. But this is the stuff that Al Jaffe just did better than anybody. It was just like, these are golden. This might actually redeem this issue in my eyes. Customized organ donor cards for some very special donors. Writer Dennis Snee. So this is Muhammad Ali's donor card. I donate all my organs to worthy donees. Just one thing I ask, that is to please, if I seem deceased, let me set overnight, because I may just return for one more final fight. Here's Don Rickles, having made a fortune by insulting blacks, Orientals, Chicanos, tall people, short people, fat people, skinny people, bald people, ugly people, senior citizens, and other persons of every conceivable race, religion, and national origin. I hereby donate, upon my death, my organs to any member of the above-mentioned groups, with the exception of my tongue, which is considered a dangerous weapon and should be promptly destroyed. I expected that to be funnier. More mad, candid snapshots of historical celebrities by Paul. Look at Paul Peter Porges as the artist and writer. As I noticed before, he started off as a writer only, and then he started moving into the art. he has a style. Young Emperor Nero's first violin teacher shortly before he quits. Oh, see that? You historical buffs understand that joke. Young King David trains for his upcoming bout. Oh, that poor guy. Nah. Crapper John M.D. Artist Jack Davis. Oh, golly. I don't know John Crapper. But golly, I know that these are great illustrations. See, I like that he goes to like, look at, here's a sort of somewhat normal looking person. And then he has these like terribly grotesque looking people. It's just wonderful. A basket case high up on the 37th floor. Artist writer Don Edwing throws it. Bink. It's blocked by Jones. He dribbles way out and looks plunk. It went in. He's proud of his friend. That's lovely. Here we have the MAD fold in that I did not fold in. And I won't, because I'm a psychopath. This is one of the things that I absolutely love. Henry Clark wrote this. And this is like, I don't know. It's such a strange concept, but it's MAD storytelling U.S. postage stamps. So I'm going to kind of go, I'm going to zoom in, focus just on the letter. So the idea being it's almost like those things where it's like pictures that tell a story, like the little illustration. So there's like Thoreau, and then that's like, is that Grant? I'm trying not to look at the answer. Bear, a bull, postman, moon, you, and I lost it. Okay. I know unbearable. That's what I can get. So it tells this whole story, and here we go. Oh, Lee. It wasn't Grant. Thoroughly unbearable postal service driving America bats for 200 years. For 200 years. Thoroughly. Oh, look. I missed this right. Thoroughly unbearable postal service. Driving America bats for 200 years. I really, I thought that was such a cool idea. And I mean, it's not especially funny, but it's, I like that it exists, and it's, I think it's amusing. And I think that it's, it was publish worthy. Like it earned its spot. I don't know. I can't find the words to describe why I like this, but I really, really like it. So anyway, this is the MAD Magazine MAD Magazine 221. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas for MAD reviews or things that you would like to see on this channel, let me know. Leave a comment, hit like, subscribe. Share this out. It makes a difference. And with that, toodaloo.